Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to day 69 and 70. And it should be another day too, but I pretty much just got home. I just haven't really recorded anything in a while. It's been kind of a tough journey overall. I did launch everything Friday, the listicle, the advertorial, and I did start a second store, and nothing has been going good. I was kind of not demotivated. I felt demotivated, but I didn't act like it overall. It just, nothing seemed to work overall. And what I think the next step is with the second store is I basically just need to step outside of supplements as a general, because when you try to run supplements overall, you got direct response demons that are absolutely crushing it and killing it with these angles that are absolutely crazy. I'm sure most people are on the monthly reoccurring revenue supplement grind right now, which I thought I would hop on. Um, but then you take a look into the ad library and the angles they're running. I'm not willing to run those angles just because they're too black hat. It's not a cancer cure angle, of course, but um, that's how serious some of these people do take it. And then with these just overall black hat subscriptions that are literally probably one out of every three stores that I click on inside the Meta ad library are running some sort of hidden subscription type offer, which, and it's just the angles overall and the market altogether. It's just not something that I'm willing to get down to that level overall. So I am going in a little bit of a new direction until I obtain some more knowledge and get better at the craft overall. Because one positive that I could take from this is running up pretty much close to 5K on supplements. Um, Definitely at a net loss by now. Definitely a net loss for sure. Um, at least running up 5K, not too much of a loss overall. It does teach you a lot, and you're out there with, direct response demons, all these black hat people. So it is still a win overall. And I think if I take that to another category, everything that I've learned, because the difficulty in supplements category, it's on the max difficulty it could possibly be. And then if you get into a different, completely different niche overall, where it's not a supplement, not a consumable, um, I just feel like your odds are going to be a lot better overall. And I know I have said this before, the highs are high, but when you spend, probably 48 actual working hours on building something to get zero results, the lows are going to be low. And that's a big lesson. Why? Um, Big lesson I definitely learned overall. And that's why I did not record yesterday, because my mindset was just not there. It was just a bad day for me, but um, I think that I handled it correctly, and I'm going in a different direction now. Um, Even though it was a bad day overall on the mindset, I still did get work done, and that is something that we are improving on, because no matter if it's a great day or a bad day, because every day it's not going to shine, you know, we still do get work done overall. Um, it's really just about how we go about doing it and structuring our mind to be capable of handling these things. Just the market of supplements as a whole is just really scammy right now. A lot of these ads that I see, it's just, oh man, I just wouldn't even think about making the ad that way, just because of how you're making someone feel a certain type of way and then extracting money from them. and then without them knowing, you're going to rebuild them with a different, like it's going to show up on the credit card a different name than your actual brand, which is pretty much Black Hat 101. Not fully Black Hat, but it's pretty much halfway there. And it's tricky because they're obviously making a fuck ton of money doing that. You know, there's no lie. I mean, if you really want to make a lot quick, do Black Hat. You know, it's probably definitely the easiest way overall. You know, it's pretty easy to get meta ad accounts. You can just rotate ad accounts pretty quickly. Um, and it's definitely, I wouldn't say a great way, but it's an easy way. And it's just not something that I'm willing to do. And with my limited direct response knowledge, just copywriting skills, I'm not able to like outperform these people that are scaling at a zero point 0.6 ROAS because their LTV is based on 6 months. You know, if I need to be first purchase profitable, which is already kind of stretching it in the supplement space, and it's just all these combined, I'm just not well suited to run supplements as a whole. I think definitely a different category, which I am starting a second store. I'm not giving up on supplements. I'm definitely going to revisit it at a later point, hopefully within the month when I get some more knowledge. But I'm basically just testing myself with this different product that I'm going to launch today. I don't have much work to do. All I have to do is build out the store, which I think I'm just going to run Atlas AI with this because I'm not going to waste 3 days building out a store. I think Atlas AI just for testing. I'm just going to straight rip some ads. Well, not just straight rip. Obviously, they are going to be edited, but I have found some competitors that are scaling, and I can definitely tell their skills are way behind mine, yet they do have a ton of active ads. And that's one of the pros about being in the most competitive niche of them all, supplements. It's, even though I failed there, if I take this knowledge to a less competitive market, I definitely think there is a lot I can do there just based on, because when you're running supplements, you are going up against literally the best, the biggest market, the best, you know, people that have whole entire, you know, 20 people teams working at a daily basis that can outwork one person like myself like that, just because of their knowledge, their tools, their skills. So these 4 other stores, one of them is surprisingly Black Hat, which when I started looking outside of the supplement space, the market as a whole is just so cracked right now. And I definitely don't see this lasting longer than 6 to 8 months just because of how predatory these practices actually are. Just for example, there was a electronic I was looking at thinking about running. It was like one of those retro game systems. Think of like DS or a PSP, and it has like all the games pre-downloaded. So I was just looking at Alibaba, AliExpress. I did reach out to a couple of suppliers just to get some pricing for it. Ultimately, I'm not going to run that one though, but one of the 3 websites that I found running this product, one of them is running a VIP program, and how I found that out was their selling price was $10 below what I could humanly source this for, and they were not scaled at all. You know, the ads had less than 25 likes. They had 25 active ads for I think 4 days, and the product selling price is $10 less than the actual COGS of the product. So that's very interesting. So added to cart, went to checkout. They got testimonials on the checkout, so the rebuild notification is all the way at the bottom, probably 3 pages longer than where the checkout actually ends. So you'd have to scroll all the way down to the bottom, which you already know 99% of people aren't going to do that. And they have a VIP program on a single product store, and that's just the state of the market right now. It's very predatory, and that's kind of the competition that you are dealing with because, you know, I'm not going to lie here. When you do stuff like that, you are going to have an upper hand. You're going to have a massive advantage if, you know, if your CPA can double overnight and it doesn't matter because you got 30 rebills coming in tomorrow and you're going to ship them nothing. So I'm not going to lie here. This definitely does give an upper hand to these scummy people that are running these products. I mean, there was one of a bigger ecom YouTuber who just publicly, he didn't really respond to his store getting leaked, but he did make a video saying he was running a store that he wouldn't show his mom because he's not proud of it. And basically he went on about ads and this and that, but that was only 50% of the story. This guy ran up 3 mil with this, and he only told 50% of the story because nobody is gonna, he's not gonna say that he's selling basically a kitchen product like a potato peeler for $70, and then he's hiding a $70 subscription VIP program for that product. And again, when these people get rebilled, they're not getting anything for the $70 rebill, and that's just that's your competition right now, basically. And it definitely is going to make things a little bit more difficult overall, but I definitely think that these people, they're not going to have the best skills. You know, they're playing it on easy mode, where if you take all your knowledge and keep on improving and not using these temporary benefits, because this rebilling cycle, like, it is very black hat. There's definitely going to be a big crackdown on it for sure. Like, I know Shopify, they just did the reoccurring payment in the checkout. They added it themselves into the theme because of how many problems they were having, and there is a workaround for that. I'm not going to say how, but I was just scrolling YouTube and there is a workaround for that. And that's just the state of the market overall. You just got to keep on pushing. You know, these people, they can scale very fast, but it's not going to last that long. They're going to run into a lot of payment processor issues going that route, and I don't recommend going that route, because no matter how bad you want money now, if you get 10 grand in your hand cash from doing these practices, I can guarantee that you're not going to feel very good at the end of the day. You're not going to sleep very good if you are a man of God like me. It's just not something good to do overall. And I am finally using the microphone. Hopefully it is working and it does sound good, because I just realized we are 13 minutes in. But that's pretty much it for this rant that I've been going on. I felt like there hasn't really been much direction in this video, but I just wanted to say that I am back. I did not disappear. I'm not going to quit. Just you really do have to get absolutely delusional and already vision yourself to the success that you want, because there is going to be massive ups and downs. You know, losing money on ads day after day while improving day after day and not seeing any results from that, it's demotivating, demoralizing, and you definitely do have to be delusional to keep on just handing out money. And you definitely have to just keep going, no matter what. You know, success, you know, like, if you just realize I'm on day 70, you know, I know other people, they've succeeded a lot quicker than I have, but it's every journey is going to be different, and I'm on day 70. It's tough today, but if you just think, like day 140, where am I going to be at then? How much knowledge will I have gained by then? And will I be at 1K days by then? I don't know, but I am envisioning myself to be there, and I'm attracting it, and I'm working towards it every single day to make that dream an actual reality. And that's what it comes down to overall. You just can't stop, get delusional, get crazy. Um, and there is something about the whole entire grind mindset. I would honestly say at this point, it definitely does lead to a little bit of depression. I know most people, well, only the extreme people in the hustler, category on YouTube and TikTok will say, um, I didn't leave my house for 7 days. I hung out with no friends, went out to no restaurants. Um, if you have the mindset to do that, great. You're going to probably reach your goals very quickly. But if you're a normal person like me, ultimately, that is going to lead you down a very depressive path. You're going to be very depressed at the end of it, and you're not going to be very fulfilled. Spend time with your family, spend time with your friends. I'm not saying go out and party and drink all night. Don't do stupid things. You know, stay on the grind, stay on the goal. But it's definitely good to socialize. Isolation is proven to drive people insane. That's proven. You can Google it. Don't do that to yourself because some fucking course seller on YouTube or TikTok told you to do that because that's how they made their $10 million and that's how they got their Lamborghini. Because reality of it is 90% of mentors and course sellers got it from actually selling their course, not doing the actual thing at the end of the day. And that's the truth. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. We are still on the grind. We are going to launch our second store today, and supplements are on pause for as of right now until I get better at direct response and probably read breakthrough advertising at least 3 or 4 times. Honestly, I finished breakthrough advertising once. Still, a lot of the ideas are very foreign to me overall. It definitely is a very, very advanced book, way beyond my understanding completely. And then there's just a lot of aspects to it, and it's a lot to take in all at once. I definitely think if you do read this book, take notes on it and then reread it a second time because there's a lot to it, and it's hard to extract the whole book and put the practice into one product. Like, that is probably one of the hardest things that for me to actually do, and that's why I'm going to read the book a couple more times. But for the third time already, that's going to be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Never quit, never give up on your goals. All right, just keep it moving, stay positive, don't let the downs get you. Thanks for all the comments, guys. It really does mean a lot. And after today, I think I'm going to be back to the daily upload schedule. We just went over a rough patch, but we just put ourselves back together. And if you're going through something rough, drop a comment down below. If you're having problems with Shopify, ads, this or that, I will try to help you out to the best of my ability. We will be launching a Discord soon, just somewhere to connect. I'm not selling anything, of course, but just somewhere to connect, a community. And I think for now, once I do launch it, it is going to be invite only, to where you'll have to like DM me first and just prove to me in some way that you're not a bot, because most Discords that I'm in, just the bots are completely out of hand, and I would hate for somebody to get scammed because someone that's very new to this industry, they're going to be very susceptible to scams. I see it happen on TikTok all the time under ecom videos, and so it's just going to be invite only. probably just hop on like a 30-second call. Just tell your name, give me your name, tell me where you live, and obviously just show me a little bit of what you're working on. And um, obviously there's going to be a system in place a little bit better than that, because I don't want to hop on 30 calls a day. I don't have time for that, but just something to prove that you're not a bot and you'll get access to it, just so that, yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys. Peace.